Hi everyone, Adam here. This is another What I Watched. I'm still catching up on quite a few movies from this year. Um, Sorry, the ring light keeps reflecting in my glasses. Want to see something cool though? Alright, back with it. Okay, this is starting from the 21st of November. On that, I saw Red Notice, which I know is a Netflix film, but it was also shown at the cinemas, so I went to see it at the cinemas because I don't have Netflix anymore. It's not too bad. It's not great. It does get by because of the stars in it, by the charisma of its stars. You know, Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot. I describe it as a comedy, heist, action adventure. I'm trying to think what it's similar to. Little, maybe very little like National Treasure, but you know, a few twists and turns. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great though either, but it had its moments. On the 27th, watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I actually enjoyed it. Everybody else pretty much I thought it was terrible. I had a good time with it. I mean, is it a great film? I'll be the first to admit no, but I thought it was dumb fun. I know some people just thought it was dumb, but you know, each to their own. You don't like it. That's cool. But you know, I did like Woody Harrelson in it as the villain. Yeah, but yeah, I will admit, even though I liked it, I will admit there's some really silly moments. But it's a movie about an alien symbiote. Yeah. The 27th, Don't Breathe 2, I watched on the 27th, I watched on Blu-ray, Don't Breathe 2, obviously the sequel to Don't Breathe. I was interested to see where they were going to take this sequel, because the first one's a good movie. I rewatched it again before I watched this, but it didn't really call out for a sequel, and what were they going to do? But yeah, it took it into a pretty interesting direction. Once again, Stephen Lang is awesome in this. As the blind man. On the 4th of December, I watched Dune, which is, of course, the epic sci-fi movie. It does have of course, this is based on the books, which I've never read. Of course, it was who was it? David Lynch film from years ago, which I've never seen the full thing. I've seen half of it. Whenever I tried to watch that Dune, I always fall asleep during it. I don't really know the work of Timothée Chalamet. It does have a really good cast though. Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Zendaya. So there's a really good cast. How would I describe this movie? Almost 3 hours of people on a desert planet looking unhappy. Yeah, and as you can probably tell, I really didn't enjoy this. It's like I said, it's well made and looks fantastic. The production design, the special effects are all great, but not a lot happens. And I was reading some reviews and say, well, you really need to read the books to understand it more or appreciate it more. Well, I don't want to read the books. That's why I saw the movie. And anyway, movies and books are a different medium. Even if you haven't read the books, an audience member should be able to come in and understand what was going on. And this was part one. You know what I hope happens in part two? Anything. Also on the 4th of December, I watched Candyman 2021. This is the, I guess, reboot sequel. Of course, it is a direct continuation of the original, where they try to expand the mythology a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this. I thought it was pretty average. So like I said, I'll give them credit for trying to expand the mythology of Candyman. But to me, I found it just didn't work. And while most of the actors do pretty good, and there's a couple of cameos from original cast members, I just really didn't like this at all. And I watched the original before I watch this one again, and the original still holds up pretty well, actually. Yeah, so, no, I just didn't like this at all. And on the 9th of December, I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife, which was the advanced screenings I have in here. I know pretty much the rest of the world has already seen it, but it's not released here until New Year's Day, so I had to go see it because, as most of you know, I'm a Ghostbusters fan. I think Ghostbusters 2 isn't a bad sequel, as some people make it out. Might do a video on it one day. But I don't want to say too much, I don't want to spoil it because, like I said, it hasn't been officially released here. But I will say, as a fan, I really enjoyed it. I do enjoy the fact they set it in a different location, a rural setting. I'm sure I'm not spoiling anything, it's in the trailer. A rural setting with a family. I did read some reviews saying, you know, it's nothing more than nostalgia bait and just fan service. Let me tell you something, that's kind of the point. I've never understood why people get angry about fan service. They're doing something for the fans, and which isn't, to me, always a bad thing. It's like when someone says, oh, you're a fanboy of this. Okay. Oh, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But back to Ghostbusters Afterlife. I did like it. I did like the cast. The child actors do a really good job. I wouldn't say it's the best Ghostbusters movie ever, but I think it's a worthy successor. And it really does have some touching moments. I will say this, though, the one advice I will give to people who haven't seen it, make sure you stay right to the very end. Make sure you stay right to the very end, right until after the credits. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent story. It did have some funny moments. There was some humour. As you'd expect, there's some really good special effects, and both the children actors and the adult actors all do a very good job. Like I said, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I enjoyed it as a fan. And maybe I'm a bit biased because I'm a big fan. But yeah, I mean, most of the reviews have been positive from what I've seen. Alright, and now I'm all caught up. Have you seen any of these? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.